scary movies happen at a camp. It does. Well, I'm here to tell you that I'm a believer that that is one of the scariest places in the entire world. My scary story happened a while ago, and I was a camp counselor at a camp called Butler Springs Camp in Butler Springs, Ohio. And I'd been at this camp hordes of times. I grew up at this camp, and here I was, a counselor for middle schoolers, which is scary in itself, as you know. But, I loved camp, and one of our favorite things was to go to campfire. And at this camp, we would have to travel about, it seemed like a half a mile. I don't know if it was a half a mile, but it was a half a mile in the woods. There was a big ravine right here on this side, all the way through the woods. And then we'd go over a bridge into the campfire area. And this was a big camp, about 200 kids. And it was really fun. We really loved this travel experience because it was sometimes so dark that you would put your hand in front of your face and you couldn't see it. And sometimes we'd carry flashlights, sometimes we wouldn't. But it was just the fun experience of being scared, which we all pretty much enjoyed. Well, this was a Tuesday night at this camp, and we went to campfire, and we were all there. And my particular job that night was to sit near the back and watch for PDA. Now, if you don't know what PDA is, public display of affection. So, I was trying to be big because I was a college student, but, I'm going, no purpling, cut it out. Don't sit too close. We're really concerned about this. So there's a speaker going on, and we're there, and I'm doing my job, and I think I'm doing pretty good, feeling really responsible. And I notice all of a sudden there's a sort of a hush that comes over that sometimes happens in conversation or when you're in a crowded room or something. It just happens. It's called a 7-minute lull, if you've ever heard of that, lull, L-U-L-L. But it happened, and I was like, that's weird, out here at camp. And I heard a crunch, crackle, stomp. We're out here in the woods. I'm thinking, that's probably a deer. And so I do my big person, and I'm just sort of staring out into the dark. I'm not seeing anything. It's probably nothing. Step, crunch, crackle. Step, crunch, crackle. And like I am right now, I start to get goosebumps. And the hair on the back of my neck starts to stand up. That doesn't sound like an animal. That's weird. So I watch, and I'm on high alert now. What is that? Campfire goes on, and I continue to hear it. Step, crackle, crunch. And the shivers get a little bit bigger because now I feel like someone is watching us. And you've had that feeling before. You feel like eyes are looking at you from the back. You know what it's like. And I notice the kids, they're doing it too. They're getting really quiet, and they're looking into the woods, and they're scooting closer together. I noticed this group of adults that are up here in the corner, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go investigate. Something's up. So I go up there, and I just slide. All I did is just slide into the seat by someone, and I go, do you feel that someone's watching us? It's what the person said. And they're going, yeah. So we decided to call campfire. Now, we were in these family groups or team groups, and they would call us one by one. You never wanted to be first because you had to go in the complete dark, and you never wanted to be last because you had to stay there and put the fire out. So they start calling you kids, and we're hearing them. We're out here. They're stomping across the bridge and coming across the ravine, and you can see them, so you're hearing them. So they call Smith family, Dickerson family, Dodge family, Stanley's, on and on and on. When my family is near the end. I'm the Elsroth family, second to last. So I was like, okay, So kids, we're getting back, and everybody sort of knows. We're all on high alert. We know that something's wrong, but we're not saying anything to the kids. So we go get back there to the bridge, and I do something that is very unusual for middle kids. I go, okay, kids, let's hold hands. And you know what? They wanted to. It was great. And so I go, who's got the flashlight? Who's got the flashlight? Not one person had a flashlight. So we were like, okay. So I grab hands, and I'm stomping across. I go across the bridge. They're all behind me. I have 12 of them, and the other leaders behind me. And all of a sudden, we heard it for the first time. Run! Run! The last family is screaming and running and jumping up the ravine, running across the bridge, and running to where we're paralyzed. And I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And the leader of the other group says, look! And out across, past the ravine, out into where the fire was, there's a form, 8 foot tall, and it's on fire. I don't know what it is. 24 kids, 4 sponsors. Run back to the camp, gather all the kids, no bathrooms, no dilly-dallying, get into your beds, no changing your clothes. Everybody gets in their beds, pull their things up, and there's no locks on any of these cabin doors. So I get a broom, I sit there, and I wait. And I wait. The men leave the camp with knives, anything they can grab, and they're gone for a while, and my heart's going. About an hour later, all the men come back, and the only thing they found in the camp at Butler Springs were 2 huge footprints in the campfire. That's my story.